friend of mine is sick, so we're
Okay.
getting ice cream.
That's very nice. Girlfriend?
What?
A girlfriend?
Girlfriend? You can't tell by my voice that I do not have a girlfriend. No. I have a very rich boyfriend, though, who loves this car.
Okay.
Just got rid of it.
What?
Because, well, I could.
Red light camera
You know what? You're
reported
driving
ahead.
a Tesla, so I could tell you. It was either he was getting
In
a
900 feet, turn left on
Bugatti,
Wanta Avenue.
Wow.
and which I had no idea how much they were.
Oh, they were,
Until his
what,
friend
200,000? What are they?
200.
Yeah.
No.
What are they?
I think he paid one. It's 1.4.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah. So
This is your boyfriend.
Yeah.
What does he do for a living?
He's an attorney. Patent
Okay.
attorney. So he's an engineer. We have a house in the Hamptons, and he has an i8 BMW,
Okay.
which is electric,
Yeah.
which I refuse to drive because it's just like I have a small penis car. It's a nice car. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. It really is beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
the doors are glass, and it has sound effects for an engine. Because does this car have that?
No.
Because people were freaking out driving it. It was so quiet.
Is that right? Huh. This car has a fart machine.
Has a what?
Has a whoopee cushion.
Only he would think of. I live in the city.
Yeah.
I have a driver. I'm lucky enough. I have my own personal driver, but
Really?
I don't use him on Long Island. I was born in '76, so I still think, $50,000 is a lot of money.
You have your own personal driver, and your
Yeah,
boyfriend's
I
got a Bugatti.
I know.
I don't
Well,
know.
that's not mine. That's not mine. I
Okay.
have my own money, but that's not mine. I would
Okay.
never spend that much money. But look, I have a $3,000 backpack, so who am I talking about?
Right.
You know what? I'm going to tell you from my Long Island experience. If you had done all those 3 trips,
Yeah.
the tip that I leave you, it would suck but if you do 3 separate trips,
Right.
you're just going to have to try to pick me up as soon as
Of course. Yeah.
because I always leave a good.
Oh, that's
They
very
don't
kind of you.
they don't let you leave more than 200%.
Oh, that's very nice of you. That's
They don't. I've tried. Israel next month.
very nice. So, what doing?
Israel, Egypt, Jordan, and then Iran.
Iran, what are you doing?
And your cousin in the States, Iran.
You're gonna get your head chopped
No,
off.
I'm in Tehran.
Yeah, but you know how they treat gays there.
I'm not.
In 1 mile,
No, maybe I'm
exit
in
right.
military. I'm not staying in.
I know, but I'm just saying.
You know how they treat gay people better there than in Mississippi.
Maybe, but I wouldn't want to be in either place.
Listen, I'm going because it's one of those things. Like if they said, we have an extra ticket to go to the moon, how do you say no? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go.
I can say no to the girl in my office who, her father worked for Grumman, which is, he was a military contractor.
You gotta go.
This girl's father worked for Grumman, so she lived in Iran.
Iran is really beautiful. That's think about how big New York is. If there was a war upstate, we'd be fine. We'd be like, all right, just
Yeah.
you guys calm down.
Well, she said you didn't go out on Fridays because that's when they did the hangings.
Oh my god. Nobody. I actually. Well, I'm not gonna say like I know her personally, but I've got to benefits, and him too. I've met Donald Trump. My family grew up in. I come from a family that was from the Mayflower. The Trumps are such wannabes, tryhards. I've known them my whole life. He is a disaster of a human being, and I'm telling you that. My father, when he got elected, I thought my father was going to, because my father actually knows him. My father was a union leader, and he had to deal with Trump a lot.
Right.
And the scumbag that he is, and he actually testified against him 4 times in court. Like, he is, anyone who lives in the city, who grew up in this city or grew up around, I know I'm going to sound like an asshole, but like the Mortimers, the DuPont, anybody who grew up around those kind of people that he desperately wants to be a part of. The Rothschilds, rich. Now he wants to be Jewish. Like, you're not Jewish.
Interesting.
That's
So you come from a very affluent background.
Hillary, can I
You've
just say
arrived
something?
at your destination.
Sure, go ahead.
My cousin Ryan, he's now he's high up, but he was a Secret Service agent.
Okay.
He started with Condoleezza Rice. Was Hillary? Oh no, he was Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, Hillary Clinton. He
Turn
said
left.
Hillary Clinton was, because I said, that's another person that, I have a lot of friends who are political, and she is a shark, Hillary Clinton. She really is. He said that she was the best to work for. She never forgot anything. If she would come up to him, she would say, but he was only her Secret Service agent because she was First Lady. She had her own
Right.
Secret Service. She left the United States, which she did all the time. She is the most traveled Secretary of State in history. So he was with her a lot. And she always would say, hi, as soon as she saw him, hi, Ryan, how's he was with her. He told me a story about her and Vladimir Putin. That will blow your mind. Do you want me to tell you that?
Yeah, sure.
All right, you didn't hear this from me.
Okay.
She was in a meeting with him and at the Kremlin, and he hates her. Hates her.
Yeah.
And she hates him. And it was very tense, and she was brilliant at being able to, evade, which is what politicians do, and break the ice. So it was not going well, and she finally said, Mr. President, I understand that you're very interested in, because Vladimir Putin his human rights violations they're right up there with Saudi Arabia,
Right.
horrible.
Right.
But he is probably the greatest conservator of wildlife. Like if you kill a polar bear in Russia, you get the death. So you're immediately killed.
Huh.
He's obsessed with them. So she said, I heard that you're really interested
In 1,000 feet, turn
the
left.
conservation of the natural of Russia and Siberia. And she said, my cousin said, all of a sudden he got very vibrated. He stood up, grabbed her hand,
Yeah.
and started pulling her, like, come with me. Not aggressively.
Yeah.
Started pulling her,
Right.
So they're all running. He said that they're now going down hallways, going here,
Yeah.
going there, he's
Right.
going upstairs, going down.
Right.
And he brings her into this room, and he said, Tim, it was like out of a James Bond movie.
Turn left on
It was
Evelyn Drive.
Just picture like a movie screen. He's like, it was a giant wall of Russia, and I don't know why it's taking you down this one. And he said it showed where all the polar bears are, where every kind of animal is, and he was showing her and everything. And he said, this is what
In
we're
a
going to do.
quarter
We're
of
gonna
a
bring the
mile,
polar bear back. And
turn left on Plainview
he
Road.
doesn't believe in global warming, and she said, I would love to go up there with you sometime. And then he looked at her and said, why don't you ask your husband? I'll go with him.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, oh my God. So then things went right back to being cold. And, that's what, I'm sure he had something to do with her losing the election. But anyway, my whole point is that she would not take rights away from gays. She would not be, this stuff at the border would not be going on. The Supreme Court justices that she would pick would not be horrifying.
That's right. That's the major.
The federal judges that he's. Do you think these people like Jews? Are you serious?
No, I mean.
Wait till Ginsburg
Turn
is
left
there.
on Plainview
yeah,
Road.
Yeah.
I mean, they hate Jews. They hate them.
Yeah.
He is a nightmare. If it had been anybody else, like seriously, I long for the days of John McCain. I'm like, I can't believe there was a time when I fought against John McCain.
Well,
Turn left on
she was
Plainview
the
Road.
de facto
Then continue
nominee
straight to New York,
and,
135 South,
in
Seaford Oyster Bay
2004,
Expressway.
right?
Obama, and then Obama came.
And this unknown black guy with a crazy Arabic name
Uh-huh.
beats her.
Yeah.
Okay, she had it handed to her, and she couldn't seal the deal.
Continue
Okay.
straight to New York, 135 South,
But he did.
Seaford
What did
Oyster
Obama do?
Bay
He was
Expressway.
anti-establishment, right?
Well, he was a
Straight.
great. He
Because
was.
people hate anti-establishment,
he-
so they say, "Let's get this guy's a rule break or whatever." But
Well,
he did
was
positive things.
No, he was. He's probably the best speaker since Martin Luther
But
King.
not
in
only
my
that,
view.
I mean, look at the Supreme Court justices he gave us. Sonia Sotomayor, who is a personal friend and a hero of mine.
In
I mean,
2.4 miles.
I can't.
Exit to
Elena
exit
Kagan,
7W,
who's one-
New York
probably the
24
most
West,
capable
Hempstead.
Supreme Court justice since I can't even think.
You know, Obama was a constitutional professor.
Yeah. And he was also the reporter-in-chief. He was very tough on immigration. So it's not like he was.
If I were Obama, I would have stepped
In
down,
1 mile.
let Joe
Exit
Biden
right.
be president, and have Biden appoint him to the
The
bench.
only person that could beat Donald Trump right now in a landslide is Michelle Obama.
I thought she would have beat him,
She
right?
absolutely would not run, but she is still the highest rated political figure in Washington. And she's a rock star.
Yeah. Now wait a minute. So that was 2004. Here comes 2012, right?
16.
2016. Okay, and Clinton has the nomination all but handed to her, and a 80-year-old Jewish communist almost beats her, right? I mean, this girl was
Exit right to
not
exit 7W, New York
electable.
24
She
West,
just didn't have
Hempstead.
it.
What did that do? Do you know what Bernie Sanders did? Well, be careful here. Well, I know it's a Tesla. Sorry, I had a friend who passed away right over here. So. Bernie Sanders is why we have Trump. I mean, you're right about that. That's because they're like communism, socialism. Like, people don't realize that we're already socialists. They don't get that. Like, you pay your taxes. Where do you think your tax money goes? It pays for socialist programs. We're not communists. We are a socialist nation. Of course, the cream rises to the top. There's nothing wrong
In
with
1
that. There's
mile,
nothing wrong with driving
turn
a Tesla.
left on North
or somebody
Wanto
else.
Avenue.
You might work harder than somebody else, or maybe you got lucky and had rich parents like I did. Like, that's just the way
I was disinherited, so
you are.
yes.
I have plenty of them in my life. Actually, I don't. Some that should have been disinherited, but they weren't.
Yeah,
But,
it was very rough. My mom took away my kids' college money and everything, which is the reason why
nothing worse than a spiteful Jewish mother.
Yeah, my sister really did it too. But what's interesting is, I wouldn't be driving the Tesla if it weren't for me being desperate, and then started to drive Uber, and then my car broke down, and I decided to buy an electric car to save on gas. So now I'm driving a Tesla. What I learned from that experience was nobody owes me anything, you know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's right.
And it's her money; she can do what she wants with it, right?
Well-
Yeah.
Well, tell your son the next time you speak to him that I'm actually going to be having dinner with just me, my boyfriend, Patty Lapone, and her son.
Okay.
Just tell him I'm an A-gay. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Well, my boyfriend really is, but I am. It's like the top tier.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to be a snob. But hey, we got to stick together, Jews and gays.